Hi, friends.
Hello. So weird.
See you this Thursday.
That doesn't mean anything. Oh my gosh. Why are we on this 2.0 page?
Because our 1.0 page is completely
Oh my gosh. How do they not just get that we're cool? That we're chill? They don't need to worry about us.
We are scary.
I mean, I get that. But what are you going to do? I guess.
I don't even know what's going on with this one.
Yeah, does this page isn't this page still somewhat shadow banned? You're not gonna see it just randomly going through the reels, will you?
Yeah, no. I don't know.
I don't even know if this is actually going out.
It looks like it is.
It's rough. It's rough.
So how was your week?
Just, these Thursdays always creep up on me. We'll do the stream and then we'll be, we're going, and then the week is progressing, and bam, it's Thursday. Again. Bam, here we are. I love it though. We still got to go back and count. We got to figure out how many of these we've done. I wish we'd started numbering them back in the day.
I know we're at 71 on Spotify.
Which that's just been since the fire, hasn't it? Basically.
Wasn't that it was probably a month before the fire, a handful of episodes prior to the fire.
Yeah.
I think one of the first Spotify
And we did it for
episodes.
2 years before that.
Yeah.
So we're at 170 some episodes, let's say.
Something like that.
Drink. Don says drink.
All right, I'll drink to that.
I have Honey Smuggler.
I have Mandarin and Mango Crush.
Ooh.
My dogfish head.
Your dog makes beer?
My dog has a fish
That's
head.
pretty impressive.
That's an okay one.
Yeah.
It's a little I don't know.
This is good. I like the honey.
The honey one is a good one.
Yeah, it's good. So we're still in our construction
It's too sour.
season, right? The building is still being a building.
It's
Not
still
yet.
being built.
Yes.
The building is
What do you think, percentage-wise? Where do you think we're at?
73%.
That's bold. That's optimistic.
What do you think we're at?
Oh man, it feels like 10%. No, I don't know. It just how
Okay.
construction is.
I guess the building is at 73%, but not
Sure.
all the wiring.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm
There's
not
so
even
much.
looking at that.
We're getting into our time to participate.
Yeah.
Pretty much this whole process so far, we've just been kind of sitting back. We can't really do much when the bulldozers out here. We're not iron workers. We can't put up a building like that. But very soon there will be concrete floors, and we'll be able to get in there and do all the interior framing and stuff like that. And I'm excited.
Raise the interior.
Hi. A lot of people saying hi to us. Hello. I'm glad you found us on our 2.0.
We're going to make 2.0 stickers.
We should.
Cam had the idea. Metallica is here.
Morpheus says hello. I'm surprised he's not right out here.
Yeah, dude, finish the building. Morpheus, what percentage do you think we're done?
You better, yeah. Bring us a beer from Strikersville. So somehow we still have some sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
Stream. The first one that comes to my mind is API.
Why?
Because I love to preserve and protect my investments. Guns and ammunition, very expensive.
Very expensive.
And, it does you no good if you buy all this stuff to stash away for when the nukes fall, if it gets all crappy and covered in moisture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need microenvironments
To protect your macro objects.
your stuff. It's great. I wish I could put my entire house in an API bag.
I wish I could sleep in one.
They're,
I wonder if that's how you stay young looking.
I think if they could sew it into one of the gas masks we sell,
No, I think that's just a suicide.
then I think,
Yeah.
well, no, because you breathe through the gas mask then, and then you're protected. That, I think.
Are they
we need to look-
CBRN rated though?
I think we
Do
need
you think they're CBRN rated?
probably double. probably whatever that is times 2.
Double C, double love.
Because if it keeps the microenvironment in, it has to keep macro environments out, right? Isn't that how that works? Brett says hello.
I have another question.
Malachi says 65%, maybe 70. So, all right, okay, fair. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, Mufasa, we're coming for you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to ask Jason and Mitch if API bags are CBRN rated now.
Now we have to know. We have to know. I think though, even if they weren't, if you were strong enough, like if you were physically fit enough, does that matter? You could just like flex and then the chemicals wouldn't hurt you, right?
Well, how could you even get that strong to flex?
You'd have to go to the number 1 gym, I think, right? In Genesee County. Like if your life is on the line, you're not gonna go to the number 4 rated gym. Like you're gonna go to the number 1 rated gym, which is coincidentally right down the road. Beyond Driven, performance and fitness, state-of-the-art facility, 24/7 access, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, 24/7 access. They have amazing classes. They just keep investing in their facility, and it's awesome to see.
So you could invest in yourself.
Oh, that was good.
It's like I do ads for a living or something.
Freaking yeah. So yeah, we have dropped their links down below. If you are in the area and you want to support businesses that support the Second Amendment, hit them up.
That's important, man.
It really is, dude. We're always under attack.
That's why I love how like AT&T sponsored Freedom Weekend. Like, love it. Thanks.
Did not expect that.
Thanks, Drake.
Yeah. Gonna drop Verizon. Verizon didn't help us out.
Hey, dude, cancel my plan.
Can you hear me now? No.
No.
Was that Verizon or AT&T?
That was Verizon.
Was it?
I can picture that dude's stupid face.
We've got Freedom Weekend coming up super fast. Like, what, 2 weeks away, basically? Like, almost 3, maybe, depending on how you count. So, June 8th and 9th, super excited. We've got more food options than we've ever had.
More vendors.
We've got more vendors than we've ever had. We've got multiple vans, right? We've got at least, say, 30 vendors.
Mhm.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff to see. There are some major players in the industry coming. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of EOTech. Like, little company, they'll be here. Also a sponsor of Freedom Weekend. No big deal. We're going to have woodworkers galore. We're going to have all sorts of nifty, like, I don't want to say arts and crafts stuff per se, but like, there's going to be some art. There's going to be some cool stuff. There's going to be some knives. Right?
Spangler Forge is coming.
That's awesome.
Extremely excited.
Forged in Fire, right? Did he win Forged in Fire? I can't remember. He won Forged in Fire.
Yeah.
We're going to say he won.
In my mind.
In our hearts, he won. He's a win. We put his knife
I'm
on
also
the
excited for Peter's Pickles.
Oh,
If you have not
hell
been,
yeah.
I'm not a big pickle guy, and I feel bad because everyone I know that likes pickles loves his
we
pickles.
were friends.
But like,
Yeah.
Peter is an amazing guy. Just come give him a hug.
Think of like a hippie pickle guy, and like think of what his logo would look like, and then he makes a poster, and then that's him. Like you see this poster, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's
the pickle
that's
guy.
your pickle guy, and then
He's
like
so cool.
you pan left, 3 degrees, and there he is in the flesh, looking exactly. It's the best.
Yeah, he's such a wholesome guy.
Very very fun, very fun. So
Sarah Brandon's gonna make an appearance.
I don't know about that. I don't know if we can book him. He's busy. He's busy.
Charged a lot.
I'm not carrying that thing around all day again. I think my shoulder's still like torn from that. John says hi. John's gonna be there. He's gonna bring, I think, 10 canoes to sell.
And
Is
some
that
dogs.
right? I think he's gonna have just everywhere on his truck. He's just gonna have canoe after canoe after canoe. So, speaking of wood, I put out a post on our Facebook page, the 2.0 one, the new one, well, the backup one,
Yeah.
asking how many linear feet worth of tongue and groove pine that we're putting in the new shop. So I'll give you this opportunity as live stream viewers to also take a guess. I just want to hear what you think we're going to need. So if you remember the old shop, it was, all on the inside was this nice tongue and groove pine like you put in a cabin. We're going to do the same thing in the new shop, and it's a ridiculous amount of it because the new shop is quite a bit bigger, and it's 2 stories. So let me know what you think. I'll let you know at the end of the stream if I remember. I probably won't. Someone leave a comment, and I'll try to remember. What do you got going on over there?
My allergies. I saw Cottonwood today.
I meant like more like this is a business stream.
Oh, yeah, no, okay.
Keep your personal shit out of here. No. This time of the year is rough, though. Yeah. Would you rather take this or the winter? Canoeing or snowshoeing, right? It's like you can't. How do you even make that choice?
Hi, Morgan.
Morgan.
So long.
For real. That's an OG if I've ever seen one.
That's an OG member right there.
OG staff.
That's what I'm saying. OG staff.
Oh, I thought you said member.
Staff member.
Oh. All right, so Tyler's allergies are bugging him. What else?
Oh,
All out
if
personal problems.
you find yourself sleepless, think of me. Spring weekend's coming up, so I'm no longer sleeping at night.
I don't think that's true. When I check the cameras, you're sleeping. I hacked your Fitbit, your Apple, your A-Watch. Shouldn't it be an iWatch? Is it an iWatch?
No, that's an Apple Watch. It should be an iWatch.
That's what you have.
Why isn't it an iWatch? I want an iWatch now. It's like the Chinese knockoff version of an Apple Watch.
iWatch. So we could be talking about some guns tonight, but I forgot all the papers that I printed out back in the shop. So
Fucking amateur, dude.
one of the things that I had seen was Colt is coming out with a bunch of, they're not new revolvers, but revolvers that they only made maybe for like 1 year in the 70s. So there's one called the Viper, which I think takes a King Cobra frame, which is a really big frame with a Python barrel. So that looks pretty cool. That's like, goes for like $1,000, I want to say. They've got a new Python with like a crazy long barrel. They've got, there was a Grizzly and a Kodiak. They're naming them after bears now too, instead of just snakes.
Rawr.
You
Yeah,
must have
I
seen
don't
my friend Dave. He's a bear.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna keep going. Keep going past that. Barrett, speaking of Barretts, for the past probably like, I don't know, I want to say decade, but like say like 5 years, they have had a ton of military contracts for, I don't think they call it the MRAD, but whatever the military, like the MK something. Someone will fact check me in the comments, but they've been making a crap ton of precision rifles for the military. So they dialed back a lot of their civilian side production, including the Rec 7, which was one of their really cool AR pattern rifles that a lot of people really loved. And I don't know if it's related to being bought out by the Aussies, if they were like, okay, let's pump some money into this, or I don't know if that contract is like at the end of its life, so now they just have production capacity again. But yeah, I saw Barrett is bringing back the the Rec 7, and yeah, we had someone, this guy Aaron de Router, our good friend Aaron, mentioned a guitar case, and yeah, that could be your guitar in there. Do you want to talk about those? What are those? And what's this?
We're just gonna stop talking about hard switch topics.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure. Yeah. Talk about it.
You did this. I don't know anything about these.
You were just talking about Barretts, and then you switched.
Yeah, they're making the Rec 7 again, and now they're
stuff. To summarize the last 3 minutes of your Barrett talk, they're making Rec 7s again.
Yeah.
We're Savior dealers now, which is awesome. Michael, hi. Please don't drop your crown on the way in. So now we have. Oh, it's a heavy boy. So now that we're Savior dealers, Savior makes great bags. We didn't bring really any of their regular bags, but these are gun cases.
Is this how you do it, Aaron? Is this what you do? You just kind of strum it along. Do I catch the fish? Do. He catches fish. He likes it. So I love. We should have brought one of the boxes in. Did you bring the cardboard in?
I did not.
Oh, fucking idiot. So obviously these are gun cases, but they are discreet. I think trying to be as I'm gonna say this very carefully, trying to be as gray as possible. Gray, gray,
What are you trying to avoid saying?
being obvious. Like when you walk out of your apartment and you have a tactical, gun case, you have a Drago bag, or if you have.
First of all, it's a townhome.
Sorry. If you leave, I want to have to bleep out here. If you leave 1, 2, 3, 4 Canterbury Lane, just say your address.
That is the street I grew up on.
Weird that I knew that.
Yeah, why do you remember that so badly?
Awkward.
Do you remember the number?
No. I could probably walk to the house. Well, creepily drive by. I could probably spot it. If I was driving real slow, I'd be like, yep, right there.
Yeah, I remember that bedroom.
So, being a gun owner carries a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are items that people that can't get them, they want them. They hold a lot of value. And people that are anti-gun, they could use that against you. Somewhere. It sucks. It sucks. So, one of the best ways to do it is to be discreet and kind of hide what you've got in plain sight. So this is a really cool way to do it.
My wife and I live in townhomes in Brighton, and it just sucks going to the range, having to leave with a gun bag. So I picked up one of these personally. The one thing I do like about it is it has locks on it, so it's airport ready. Yeah,
they're just totally discreet. Even the packaging. I mean, you can come down here and buy one of these, and you can just take it home like it is. But say you buy one online, have it shipped to your house. When you get the cardboard box, on the outside there's music notes, and there's a Jimi Hendrix quote, and it says everything on it. It'll say guitar case, hard shell guitar case.
Yeah.
It still says save your equipment. So sure, somebody could Google that and see that it's a gun case, but the FedEx guy is not going to pay attention enough to notice that this is a gun case. He's going to think it's a guitar case. And I just like that. I like that a lot. Nobody should know. It's nobody's business what you have. Yeah, and then this one's cool, too.
So they don't only make discreet
Here you
stuff.
go.
They have some really nice gun bags and stuff that we have in stock. We just brought out the cool.
I don't want to say they make gun bags like everybody else does, but they're
They're
do
nice. They
They're
do
very
make gun bags
nice.
like everybody else does, but they're just so much higher end.
Yeah.
This one is supposed to look like tennis. And this is double-sided, so you can put 2 in. On their website, they show.
And, it's hard to see, but on this, there's 2 tennis rackets crossed
Let's see if we can get the light.
on the logo.
There we go.
It's
They're on their website.
somebody spots that in the back of your car, which you shouldn't just leave it.
I mean, probably
like
get
that.
still stolen because
Tennis racket game. Yeah.
they show somebody that has the body armor on one side and their
That's cool.
pistol on the other side. So other cool thing is it has book bag straps, so you can wear it like a book bag.
So Mike asks, what would these be good at carrying? So the violin and the tennis racket,
I have my 10.5 in there.
definitely more of the pistol AR-15 sized, or obviously multiple handguns could fit in there.
I did put the full size MPX collapsed in and
Sure.
fit in the Viola.
If you have one of those law tactical folding stocks,
Yeah.
that would work. If you really wanted to, you could split your upper and lower. I bet that could work.
I like that. I do like that. My optic fits really well. In here, it's cut out really nicely.
The guitar case, I haven't tried it, but that would fit any bolt action rifle.
A
with
customer
a scope on it.
customer of ours has her spear, her SIG spear.
There you go.
in
For Remington 700. That's got a long enough, the neck of the guitar is long
Yeah.
enough. You could fit a scoped
Yeah,
rifle in there.
it's cut out
uh,
enough along the edge.
A chassis rifle may be a bit of a stretch, but these ones are display models, right? For now, until we have more space to, show off whatever. So bring your gun down, see if it'll work. They're pretty cool. So they go for what, $125 for the small
Give or
one,
take,
and
I don't have the.
I think the big one's $165. So, and they're nice.
You can put your all jokes aside, you can put your guitar or your fiddle or violin.
They will fit.
Yeah, they'll fit. And
Yeah.
I use it for protection. Reminds me
Definitely
of Drew.
stronger than a traditional case. I feel like.
Do you remember that one
For
customer
this
we used to have that had he would come in regularly, Drew?
Oh yeah,
and he would have his violas.
like in an actual
And,
viola
like,
case. Yeah.
He'd be like, "Can you watch these?" And they're like $100,000 violas. Like, yeah, I'm scared, but he moved. He was a good customer.
It was. Another one of those not a traditional like gun owner. If you were to
Yeah.
pull
If I
like
park,
the media perception of a gun owner, like you would never think that he was one of them.
our friend Aaron is the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Would never expect it.
I love that. That's our like. I don't want to say specialty, but like we are that shop that like we're open to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Like if you're pro gun, then we're cool.
Or pro, yeah.
It's like that's all we kind of have to get into.
Yeah.
So, what else? What else? We're also. Should we talk about the Angelite?
Sure.
We're Agelite, Agilite, Agelite, Agalite, Agalite,
Agilite.
Magalite,
Agilite.
Agilite. We're Agilite dealers now. So what do they do? I know what they do, but for the other kids, what do they do?
They do plate carriers and stuff. So if you want weight vests, you can buy weight vests.
Can we talk about that? How bullshit it is that in
Yeah.
New York you can't buy body armor?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
So after the top shooting, right, 2 years ago, which is crazy, it's been 2 years. New York State passed a bill, and it says that only people with certain professions can buy body armor protecting
Specific
devices.
classes of citizens.
Right. Obviously, police can. A lot of first responders are allowed to. A lot of court officers are allowed to. A lot of, law enforcement adjacent or public service adjacent ones can. Reporters. The big one, in my opinion, is reporters and journalists are allowed. So, I mean, it's our opinion. I guess it's my opinion until we get some pushback that,
$10,000.
I mean, under the First Amendment, we all have the ability, we are all of the press. Like, whether you do it or not, you don't have to get paid to do it. You are a member of the press. And so we are still working on finding a supplier of plates themselves, but like a plate carrier.
Agilite.
So there's also the plates too. So even
That's why
better.
the order's so expensive.
Even better. So plate carriers, anyone can buy. Those are not restricted in any way. You can buy the plate carrier. You can set it up however you want. That's just a piece of fabric for now.
They're trying to pass that federally now, though, the body armor.
So yes, federally, a congressperson from New York introduced a bill. There's like 6 or 8 other congresspeople all signing on with it. They're trying to ban rifle rated. So anything level 3 or 4, they're trying to ban from civilian ownership. Anything bought before will be grandfathered, which again is just, that's a dumb concept to me because it just encourages everyone to go out and buy pallets of it and drain their bank accounts and just get it, whatever they can. And then you're saying you don't really care about people owning it or not because you're allowing all these people, I can go out and buy 100 sets the day before the ban.
Just virtue signaling.
Yeah. But obviously, I also don't agree with just a purely defensive item. I just don't understand it. They're trying to regulate away seatbelts again. I just don't understand how they get to that point where they think that's acceptable. So, yeah, there is a congressional. It's working its way through committees and stuff right now. I'm not enough of a political science expert to know what the chances of it actually passing, but just know that that's something that, I hate using us versus them language, but that's something they're trying to do. There are, politicians out there that hate us, that hate what we do, hate the freedom that we have, and hate that there are some people that just aren't reliant on the government. But that's what they want, I think, is us to be, just a bunch of the people from the spaceship and Wall-E, basically. Except instead of by and large, it's Uncle Sam. That's what they would want. You know what? Instead of red shirt today, let's be blue shirt today. Have you tried blue? It's the new red.
Blue's great.
We just watched Wall-E at my house. So.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Mike asked a good question, Ty. Is the Social Security number on background checks, like, is that law?
So, back in the day, before New York State was a point of contact state, and we had to run our checks through the federal system, that was optional. So on the 4473 that we have you fill out, you still have the option to not write it down on the form because the feds don't need it. But New York State, I have to have it. So if you don't write it down on the form, I'm gonna have to ask you in person, like, what's your social? I cannot proceed on the state background check without getting your social security number.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a ton when it first came out, but for those of you that don't remember or don't know, New York State is now a middleman in between us and the federal NICS system. Like Tyler was saying before, we would have someone come in, they'd fill out the form, we would go on a portal and we would contact NICS and we would type in everything that's on the form, and then they would run it through their database. And if you got no hits on the database, right, like your name and social security number or whatever you've provided us, if nothing matched in, like, there's like 5 different criminal databases in the military that it pings to see if there's matches. If there were no matches, you got to proceed. Now, New York State has said that that wasn't good enough, so now the state has a portal that we go onto.
It's third party run,
And-
by the way.
Yeah, there was a contractor that was paid a ton of money to develop a site that works like crap. And there's a bunch of contractors in Albany that are making a ton of money, and there's support staff and administrators and a building and pensions and all this stuff, so that we go on our website now and we type in the same exact information into a New York State portal, which then takes that information and runs it against NICS. So it's still the same background check being run. The reason they had to do it that way is because that's how they could do ammo. New York State, you're not allowed to run a check on ammo through NICS. But New York State, I think, has somehow, I think it still runs through NICS, but because it's the state doing it, they've got some kind of little arrangement there, or they can get backdoor access now to the databases. So they're not running it through NICS, but they're doing a NICS check on their own through, like, I think the one is like III. There's like an FBI database of all the bad guys, right? And so they run you through that. And then I'm sure New York State has some type of internal database, right?
Yeah.
And man, for ammo, they can kind of make their own rules. We've FOIL requested and been denied several times now. I keep submitting different ones to try to get any documents relating to, like, how do they do the check when that information comes in, what's done with your information, what are they running it against, how are they determining if someone's allowed to buy ammo or not.
Nope.
And man, I haven't tried to buy ammo myself lately, so probably, like, number of times you've called the NICS complaint line for New York State, that's probably up there. So I'm probably banned from buying ammo, I would bet. But it's just a needless and unnecessary system. For those of you that don't know and haven't had to do it yet, or haven't, wanted to do it, you have to pay for that system.
Yeah.
So we already pay for NICS. Like, that's federal dollars, right? Like, you pay your federal taxes, and NICS is just there. When the dealer contacts them, those checks for free. Now that we've put New York State in as a middleman to do the exact same job that we were doing before, the exact same check, public safety has not increased at all. They charge $9 for a gun and $2.50 for ammo to do the check, and that goes to the state. And it's set up to mirror California's system, which is scary for a number of reasons. But what they do is at the end of every year, they calculate, okay, to run the New York State NICS division, it cost $10 million, whatever that number was. It cost this, divided by the number of checks we ran, and that's what the new cost is for next year. So if, it's kind of that double-edged sword, like, it's the more people that run the checks, right, the more money they're bringing in, but the more labor it costs them to do all these checks that are pointless.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, they might say, you know what, $9 doesn't cut it.
It's got to be 20.
Do you know what the number is in California? $28 to buy a gun. That's the background check fee.
Tax.
It's a poll tax, dude. How is it not a barrier between you and your rights? I just, we are obviously at a point where we're very distracted with this rebuild. We're operating in a shoebox. We're not at 100%. Once we get back to having a space and we have some room, like we're gonna start holding some meetings down here. We're gonna start holding. I don't want to use the word rally, but like I want to start holding some grassroots like efforts to. All right, who's willing to put their name down on a lawsuit? Like who's willing to, push these laws and see how far we can get. We had a customer in here not that long ago, a few months ago, right? Mike, wasn't it? Who was our savior that had that lawsuit?
We did the stream with him?
Yeah, he was a guest on the stream like a few months ago. Sorry, what was his name?
Right.
I'm so sorry. Why did I think Mike? Mike asked a question here.
Do it for you.
We need people to stand up and be willing to put their names down and go against the state. That's what it's going to take. Brett asks, and he's right here, isn't he? He goes, have you had anybody fail the background check due to quantity of ammo purchased? I have not seen that. But another unfortunate reality of that is at the federal level, they are prevented from using NICS to form any kind of database.
They're definitely databasing.
New York State is 100% doing it. There's nothing stopping them. Why wouldn't they do it?
I have to put the amp just for your mind, the gun you buy, they have their own checklist of manufacturers. So you buy Smith & Wesson, they don't have just Smith & Wesson, they have some Smith, weird name. And then make, model, serial number, and then is this a semi-automatic rifle or semi-automatic rifle. So just think about that in like an Excel sheet. Like I'm just going down the list. And then same thing with ammo. I need to do ammo manufacturer, what it is, and then ammunition serial number, how many rounds. So again, think about that in an Excel sheet. It's all going to be searchable. It's definitely a database.
Mike says he feels like our social security number records will be our social credit score. I'm sure that's already a thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Have you heard about there are cities, none around here, but there are cities that use basically a social credit score, but like a crime score, and they will plug people's data, right? They quantified all these data points on all their citizens, including like high school seniors that have just turned 18. They'll run them through a computer, and the computer will say statistically these people are like they have someone that they know that committed a crime. They're failing their classes in school. They've got child support payments against them. They're divorced.
Protected by a red line.
They have these literally. They have these Pepe Sylvia. They have these scorecards, and the police will then. It's like active policing that's targeted against individuals based on their like potential to do crime.
So far.
And so just like every day, a cop will just drive by your house and just look, is their registration expired? Do they have a cracked windshield? Do they have, and they just, the full weight of the police department is on those people. And I think we're entering that era of like, I guess like data-driven policing, you could call it, instead of,
I bet,
instead of like what the fire department does and just kind of like, wash the trucks and hang out.
I don't know.
You know a lot about firemen.
Why?
Just because I've seen the calendars you buy.
wait. You bought those calendars. Oh, hold on.
The data shows that Hochul sucks. That is from our friend Todd. Todd, that's a very astute observation. She really does. I really don't get it, and I think that's part of the disconnect. I think a lot of us feel this way. I don't want to tell other people how to like live and control them, but obviously politicians do. Like obviously Hochul does. Like every week she's up there, she's thinking of something else new to hit everybody with. Mike says they definitely wash the trucks and hang out. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what they should be doing. What are you guys laughing at? You guys are both texting each other and giggling. It's not fair.
I'm asking about API and their Seaborg ratedness. Ratedness. That's a new word, by the way. Go on.
I'm texting now.
Yeah, man. New York sucks, and I don't know. I don't know what even can be done. I hate to seem so pessimistic, but
it's tough.
What do you do?
Yeah, it's tough. You know what you do? You come to Freedom Weekend, and you meet a lot of like-minded people, and we solve some of the world's problems. That's what we need to do. That's what they need to do. I'll be there.
Jan-
I think. What day is it?
January's. I mean, June.
Careful there.
June 8th to 9th.
I'm gonna set it there.
You're set a notification on your.
I'm just setting a timer, countdown timer.
For what?
Well, whatever, how many hours that is away from now.
June 8th to 9th or
Yeah.
January?
June 8th and 9th. Oh.
Yep. Freedom Weekend's gonna be pretty free, man.
Mike says that we should all go to the fire station, just wash our cars too, and hang out. I think that's what he's saying. I'm alright with that. They probably like that. Yeah, Freedom Weekend and vote. That's right, Todd. That's right.
But you can't vote at Freedom Weekend because we're not a polling location.
We do have these
Public
cool.
polling location?
I don't think so. No. Those usually are like public places. I don't think they're ever private businesses.
I guess schools are public.
Yeah.
So I have to go to Empire
Like
University.
I go to the Sweden Clarkson Rec Center.
I did that once.
That's where our
Yeah, now mine's
Spas.
on like Sawgrass.
shouldn't you, it's like yours should be sales. Just you should just vote at Costco. I feel like that's the most efficient. Like, yeah. Costco.
Going right in my backyard.
Oh my god.
The line for Costco gas is extreme. I can only imagine the line for voting. Nah, probably not that long.
Nobody does that. You need gas.
Do you, even,
Go ahead.
do you even think voting's worth it in New York?
I always want to say yes because, you know, every little grain of sand, it adds up. It does feel that way, you know. I wish there was a way to solve the, like, urban versus rural. I like, the older I get, that's where I see it. Like, I hate the us versus them arguments. Like, we're all Americans. Like, we can all find middle ground. Like, you know, even someone like us that, like, doesn't believe in any gun law, that they're all infringements, and someone like
Just want mortar.
Dianne Feinstein or whatever. Like, there's some middle ground that, like, everybody can find with each other, but that's the biggest divide that I see is just urban versus rural. And it's not even that, like, your ideas are wrong or right. It's just some things work in cities that don't work out in the country, and vice versa. Like, you know, like I have a wood stove out where I live, right?
Don't
Yeah,
get that.
tell
Jesus
that, right?
Christ.
And like, I don't like, you live in New York City. No, that's not going to work just because it's just too dense of, you know, population or whatever. Maybe there's a way they can make it work. Put a fucking muffler on it or something. I don't know. Fucking,
Catalytic converter.
yeah, I don't know.
Convert the cows.
So I see that there, you know, there needs to be, I guess there should just be more local control. I guess I almost like how Pennsylvania does their gun laws, where there are certain laws on the books that are only in effect in population centers over 1 million. So, like, there's laws that affect, like, Philadelphia, but out, you know, by Stump Pond, there's no,
Dude.
you know, sorry, there's no, there's no laws out there. I saw Tom posted a thing.
I ended the stream.
Shut up. Nobody's gonna. You can't Google that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. And even if you did, there's just a place. It's just a place. You're gonna see these posters up all over town because
Everywhere.
you have to. That's what you're doing tomorrow. What did I tell you? You have to go
Okay.
around on your bike.
I love
Do you still have
how
your longboard?
I do actually. I love how we have this, but not any Freedom Weekend literature. Like how this took.
Because Freedom Weekend, like, it's a given. People know about it. Like, it's gonna happen. I need you to help support the rebuild. I need you to buy the membership.
I just would have preferred Freedom Weekend posters.
No, nobody stopped you from buying them.
You did.
Michael asks, how is the building going, and have you measured the carbon footprint?
Yes,
It is
10.
leaving.
It's 10.
Yes.
Carbon footprint is 10.
We actually do the old shop. Not a lot of people know this. The old shop was completely heated and cooled, other than the range, because that didn't get the same system. The old shop, though, was geothermal. Geothermal heating. We drilled 300-foot deep wells.
How long did it take you to drill that?
Oh, in a couple days. Yeah.
By hand?
I had a post hole digger. Fry well drilling came out. So the old building, geothermal. The new building, the ground floor, when you first walk in, the entire ground floor retail will be that same geothermal system. And then when you go upstairs, there'll be some supplemental units up there to handle the rest of the building. And then the back room and the future range space are different. So the building went from that space in the building, like retail wise, we went from like 2,000 square feet to we're going to be like 6,000 square feet of retail. And then we're going to have like 1,300 square foot classroom. There's going to be a members lounge upstairs. We're going to put a studio, like an actual live stream studio upstairs. So that'll be cool. And there'll be a cigar lounge. So that's pretty sweet. No, it's classy. That's cool. A lot of deals going to happen back there. That's where all the big business in Virgin's going to happen.
Is that where the leather couch is going?
Yes. So carbon footprint.
About 10 cow parts.
Yeah.
No, probably about 3 cow
Yeah,
parts.
pretty low. Pretty low. We're excited though. Like I said, we're finally getting to that, like the home stretch where we've been kind of like sitting on our hands doing nothing since the fire, it feels like. I mean, we've done a lot of things. The move into those buildings, the move out of the old building and putting everything in shipping containers, but that was all back in a year ago.
April
That was all,
of last year.
April of last year. So there's been a lot of just hurry up and wait. And we're finally getting to that point. We're working on the range. We've been putting steel up on the backstop. We've been hanging baffles from the ceiling. The range ventilation unit, which is work's being done by Triple O right here in Virgin. They have been working. They've got that maybe like 50%-ish maybe done. So we're working real hard. It's not going to be ready for Freedom Weekend, but that's how it goes, right? We're working, we're pushing as hard as we can, basically. Just like Dave taught us.
You.
What else we got?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, we do the 920X. CR920X. Basically a Glock 43, right? Yeah. Sorry, 43X. You know what those retail for?
I think Foundation Series is like six.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, what do you think? Feels weird that it's still daylight out.
I'll try not to. Yep.
All right, well,
Well,
keep that foreskin.